you didn't expect to see a smile on my face this morning. I got a lot to say, and damn right I got an attitude. So it's good that Jay Williams and Tim Legler are here. You know Jay Williams is the intellectual.
Here we go.
Bless us
there
with
it is.
knowledge. And you know Tim Legler is going to drop the science with a smile on his face.
Always.
Don't expect me to see me smiling. I want to say this right now. ESPN, Molly, and the First Take crew are not responsible for the words that are going to come out of my mouth today. I own it all. ESPN, brace yourself. Let's go.
Man, we know what it is. I mean, I don't think no speech or anything to do.
We expect the mountain high greatness out of one another.
And the Brooklyn Nets now one loss away from being eliminated.
No time to hold your head, no time to think about what everyone else is saying. It's just go play basketball. Anything can happen.
High chair.
Good day. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to First Take. Thank you for hanging with us. Apparently, someone's in a mood today. As for Tim Legler, Jay Williams, good morning.
Hope everybody had a nice week.
Hi. Yeah,
Let's
excellent
go.
weekend.
Entertaining.
Nice outfit.
Say the least.
St. Patrick's Day. St.
We like
Patrick's
the
Day.
color green around here,
I just
Molly.
wonder.
Oh,
I
yes,
just
we
wonder.
do.
I just wonder.
St. Patrick's Day?
I just wonder.
St.
Wait, that might be the
Patrick's
last
Day.
smile
Hold
weekend.
up.
That might be the last smile weekend.
You know St. Patrick's Day is like in March, right?
I was asking
And it's
because of the
about to
outfit.
be May.
I was asking for the outfit because of the outfit. I got thrown off. I didn't know.
It's working though, Molly. You got to work.
But it looked nice.
Don't let him bring
Molly
it
is
on.
always
Let me,
working.
let me tell you something about myself. I don't need other people's approval.
Ooh, get it.
Here we go.
Certainly not mine.
All right, what a turn of events, guys. Let's get to it. The preseason favorite to win the title is now on the verge of getting swept. What? Saturday night, Kyrie and KD could not defend home floor, and the Boston Celtics took a 3-0 lead. Ben Simmons will not go for Game 4 in Brooklyn tonight, as we thought. Here's Kyrie after Game 3 on the lack of chemistry.
We're all just trying to gel, and usually you're gelling around the right time, and that team in the other locker room is gelling at the right time. They've been gelling since Christmas. So for us, we're just in a new experience as a group, and we just got to respect that and just bring everything we can to this next game and just do one possession at a time. I don't want to be too cliche, but I don't have a lot of answers for how you make up time, from October until now when, usually teams would be gelling and things would be feeling good. You could put it on me in terms of playing better, controlling the game better, controlling our possessions, being more in the stance, not turning the ball over as much. I had 5 fouls tonight. So you could put it on me more of just doing more, and holding the guys accountable, same way I'm held accountable.
Okay, it's a new experience. Trying to gel. There's a lot happening. Let's just take a moment, and I'm going to start with you.
Can't even look at you.
Okay. Is Kyrie making an excuse?
Look, the first thing we learned at Duke was no excuses. First thing we learned. And I've sat up here on national TV. I defended Kyrie on a multitude of occasions against Stephen A. Smith. Multitude. I can't defend these actions. I can't. First off, he should have started this whole comment off with, put it on me. Put it on me. Because I am one of the reasons why that we have not gelled, that we have not formed chemistry by a decision ultimately that I made, that I still, as a fan, respect his decision, but there are repercussions for that decision that you have. That's number one. The lack of awareness, though, is what drives me crazy about this one. Because for me, frankly, this is something that all your teammates and you guys discuss internally. You don't express this externally to the public nor the media because you're giving them an extra incentivization to beat you down. We all know that you guys haven't been able to form gel or chemistry. James Harden is one of the reasons that he's no longer there is because of the decision that you decided to make. KD getting hurt is one of the reasons. Everybody knows this. And the thing is, contextually, too, the question wasn't about them gelling or them chemistry. The question was about, so people can have context, Blake Griffin saying that we don't have a spirit. So, Legs, you know this. Sometimes as a player, when you're in a locker room, you know what you're going to say before the question is even asked to you. So he almost went out of his way to talk about chemistry and this gelling. And that's the thing for Kyrie. I still think he's one of the most dynamic players the game has ever seen. But this lack of awareness is what allows people to attack him. And I want him to be better than that in that moment.
And I think all three of us are pretty much going to be on the same page with regard to this. And here's the problem with what Kyrie said. You don't say it right now. You're in the middle of this series. If anything, you reflect on this after the season, maybe next year, media day. Hey, what happened last year? Well, you know what? Some things happen and whatnot. 1. 2, after game 2, he actually talked about a little bit how Kevin Durant was struggling. You're 100% right. You don't even go there. KD's going to be okay, man. I haven't been good enough. I've got to be better, right? He got that in there to that soundbite we just played, but just kind of slipped it in at one point. Here's, to me, the bigger problem, and this actually is something that Adam Silver recently alluded to, and I've been screaming about this for several years. You cannot have an absolute lack of regard for priority of the regular season and think that you can, because you've got names at the top of your roster, roll it out when it's time. And how many times over the last 2 or 3 years have we said this sentence? Well, if they are healthy, talking about whoever, Lakers, Nets, pick your team, if they are healthy, because we're always trying to figure out what that's going to look like because we never get to see it. You cannot go about your business in the regular season the way that they just did and think you can then show up on April 15th against this team, this is a 90s-style defense that we're seeing out of Boston Celtics with a superstar that has arrived offensively, and think you're going to be able to do it just because you've got Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving on your roster. That is, to me, the biggest issue with what we're watching right now. They thought they could do that. The Lakers thought they could do it last year. They got rolled by the Suns. Well, get 80 back. We'll be okay. Really? No, you're not. You're not coming out of 7th spot with the top of where these conferences look, and the Nets are running into that right now. So I think any way you slice it, it was inappropriate for him to even talk about that right now, and certainly did not have enough accountability, I think, on his own plate.
Y'all finished? I just wanted to make sure. Y'all got it out?
I'll wait.
Okay. Kyrie Irving, I want an ISO. Thank you. Kyrie Irving is one of the most selfish superstars that has ever existed in the NBA. He's all about himself. When you and I argued about Kyrie and the vaccine, one of the things that annoyed me about it is that Jay and I are boys. You understand? I love Jay Williams. And you had people actually out there thinking that we were somehow divided because we were disagreeing about Kyrie, because they were convoluting the issue. I wasn't talking about the vaccine. Who doesn't know? Listen, consult with your medical professionals and do what you think is best for your body, et cetera, et cetera. What I said was, when you are the reason a team is assembled in Brooklyn, as opposed to Madison Square Garden or another city, when you are the one that coaxed everybody into following your lead, and everybody shows up and they say, all right, man, we came together. This is about the chip. What I said was, because of what you did, you owe them to take the same risk everybody else took. That's my position. That's always been my position. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is, I ain't trying to fight anybody, man. I'm not trying to get my behind whipped. But if we rolling together in the streets and something throw down, I ain't running.
I'm with you.
I'm with you. I know I'm about to go down. But I got to go down. Why? Because I can't leave. That's the brother that left. That's the brother that sat up there and said, y'all on your own. I'm doing me. And didn't give a damn. We look at KD. KD has been awful this series. We've never seen anything like it. Is anybody doubting that a part of the problem is exhaustion? KD last year in the last 2 games of the series, there were 101 minutes between regulation and overtime. KD played all 101 minutes. This season, when Kyrie was sitting at home chilling, or he was in Jersey, or he was talking about working out or whatever, who was on the court for them? Who was traveling? Road games, whole games. Who was holding it down? When James Harden had his hamstring injury and he was trying to come back from it and trying to get himself 100%, who was holding it down? Who was averaging 29 a game? Who was a candidate for league MVP? That was Kevin Durant. And so we're going to sit here today, and guess what we got to do? We got to talk about what we're not seeing from Kevin Durant. Recognizing the fact that fatigue may have played a role. He might have an injury for all we know, because he ain't going to tell us, because he ain't about the excuses. But the whole point is, he's in the eye of the storm. Why? Because of that dude. That dude right there, who has thought about no one but himself. Last year, I'm going to reiterate, say the same old story. There's bubble play that takes place after the season was halted because of the pandemic. What does Kyrie do? As a VP, he tries to dissuade the players from playing and didn't even call the president, Chris Paul, at the time. He just went out there on his own willy-nilly publicly. Oh, y'all shouldn't play. Then when they played anyway, that gave him an addition. Not only did he get injured in February, not only was he not available for bubble play starting in July, not only were they not there because they got bounced out of there and they didn't play in October like the Los Angeles Lakers did, they were off until December. So from February to December, 10 months off, Kyrie Irving got. Season started